Have you ever had a thought, an idea, that light bulb moment, a spark? Good evening, fellow Athenians, and most welcome guests. It was summer 2010. We used to have an array of guests come to our house. The night would usually kick off with the first round of samosas and pakoras and onion bhajis. Shortly after, followed by the mains, the sizzling hot curry, and the luscious naans. Now, of course, the night is not complete without ice cream with fresh fruits, grapes and strawberries usually. It was hard work keeping up with these guests. Us children were sick and tired of being sick and tired. It was at that point I had an idea. What if we can take this idea to my mom, loving the cooking, and take it to the general public to sell the food? I decided to approach my mom with the idea, and because I was so passionate and on fire about it, she decided to give it a go. We put some of the samples of food into containers and decided to run some rigorous testing to make sure there is a market somewhere for this food. We took it to our uncle's shop. He's a butcher. He had 5 people working with him. They loved the food. The results were astonishing. We had a market. My uncle was so inspired by the idea, he actually offered us a spot outside his shop. And he said, you can start as soon as you want. In the haste, I turned around and I said, we'll come here tomorrow morning. By the time we got home, it was 6 o'clock. We needed a stage for my mom so she could perform her business, a stall. However, we didn't have the time or the capacity to buy something new. So I went running around my house looking for something. And it was around my garden shed where I stopped, next to this pie warmer. This thing you use in a party to keep trays of food hot. I ran down to the nearest B&Q and got 4 poles to act as pillars on this trolley. And I made a temporary hut to go on top using the blackout curtains that we had available. Next morning, we went to Greenford High Street. My mom ready with the food, wearing gloves and covering her head. And I was there with a tray in my hand. Would you like to try some samosa? How about an onion bhaji? How about some kichap? Policemen, student, and local professionals love our food. At the end of the day, we made 54 quid. I guess you could say we were in business. A year on from that, my mom had 4 different stalls around Southall area. Some outside post office, the others around large retailers. The year after that, we opened the first shop in Southall. It was a tiny shop, half the stage where I'm standing right now. Only tight enough for us to squeeze in a displaced fridge that you could stand behind and serve the customer. The year after that, we opened our second shop in Hounslow. Right next to this shop, we were offered a small spot opposite the Hounslow West Tube Station. It was a busy area. We were short on staff at this point, so I decided to take the initiative and the responsibility to look after the store and get my feet wet. After a couple of days standing here, behind the store, on the right side, I had a fruits and vegetables guy. He was selling broccolis and stuff like that. And on the left, I had a guy selling phone cards. It was at this moment I had an intuition, a thought. And I really felt stuck. I felt stuck. The idea that was supposed to be something else now ended up having me stand here behind a store, serving pedestrians going by. And it was at this point I decided to reach out to my friends, Camilla and Elsie, both of them are with us today. It was a Camilla student accommodation that we looked at the options I had, and both of them said that even though I loved art and design, I couldn't get enough commissions to keep that going. Maybe I should try sales. A week after that, I was knocking on doors, 150 doors a day. Hey, don't worry, it's nothing serious. My name is Gagan. I'm a security consultant. Just in the neighborhood doing some quick assessment, just to keep your family safe and secure. If you do qualify today, we will provide the equipment to keep your family safe against any sort of burglary and fire. I learned a lot in these 3 months. Mainly, the biggest thing I learned was the 3 philosophies you need to succeed in any business. Pitch, the words we use and the image we portray to people. The pace, how fast we work. And attitude, the winning mentality towards the goal. It was time for me to take all this information back and apply it to our business. And 1st May, exactly 27 days ago, we opened in our newest location in Caves. It's a bigger shop, we have better standard, and we have a lot more customers. The small idea that I had 4 years ago now turned into something, a business with a turnover of over £100,000 a year. I guess you could say my mom's happy now. It was Steve Jobs that said it's easier to connect the dots looking backwards. So what's the point that I'm trying to make? The point is, what is the thought or idea that you're sitting on? Because someone said that you miss every goal you do not take. Every shot that you do not take, you miss it. That thought, that idea, is like a pebble. When dropped, has a ripple effect, and it affects the rest of your life.